Okay, guys, thanks for joining us here in the charts. This is the Market Beast. I found this beautiful story behind the price action for Bitcoin. That's right. We're going to look at the monthly candles and focus only on the volume. Well, mostly on the volume for the most part, and try to figure out why is there low volume on Bitcoin, and is this healthy? Has this happened before? And what to expect within the next month or two in order for this Bitcoin bull market to continue to tear to the upside. We're going to get into all those details, guys, so stick around to the end. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we explore only price action. Welcome in new subscribers. Let's dive into the charts here. So today's November the 19th, 2021, and the current price of Bitcoin, $58,376.39, slightly positive 0.4% for the day. Okay. All right, guys, forgive me. There's no real price predictions. I'll give you the levels where Bitcoin needs to stay above. But other than that, we're just going to enjoy this story here. Here's the chart. All right, so the monthly candles, I want to show you guys that there is something called what I've pointed out as a low volume breakout phase. Okay, and to truly understand this, we're going to pull up the volume. But let's actually go back in time before we visit the present day low volume breakout phase. So this way we can all be on the same page and hopefully make sense of this in one shot. All right, so let's go all the way back in 2013-ish. 2013, about November, and we're simply going to measure the time frame. I don't know if you guys see the time, 1,158 days. I'm just simply measuring kind of this cup picture formation of consolidating, but I don't want to confuse things, guys. What we're truly going to focus on is the volume in the low volume breakout phase, and then something very unique that happens when the monthly candles actually start to cross above the all-time high, the red line right here. So let's go ahead and reveal the volume for everyone. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here's the volume. So if you could just kindly focus your attention on the lower portion of the screen and notice that I have outlined the low volume breakout phase with the candles that do not touch this orange line. You guys see that at the bottom of the screen? That orange line down there, any volume that is entering the market and it does not meet or exceed this orange line here, in my book is considered a low volume phase. Okay, so notice how the price action, these monthly green and red candles mixture is kind of going up and down, right? And then of course it's continuing to move high with low volume, or really kind of, I guess a low volume phase. And then when it starts to approach this red line, that's when you actually start to get, you see that little red candle down here? This is when the sellers try to take control. They're trying to take control of the market. They're putting a lot of capital or sell orders with an anticipation of pushing the markets down, but they failed miserably. And focus your attention on this blue boxed area right here. Notice that this green candle still did not have or exceed the orange line down at the bottom down there. It's going to make sense, guys. Just stick with me until the end. And of course, on the candle that actually broke through the red line, which is actually going to be, well, actually, this green candle right here still had low volume. Okay, so it's basically the low volume phase. And after we get an official break above the red line, the all-time high, is when the volume actually steps in. Do you guys see that? See how this volume down here actually exceeds that orange line, and it's associated with this green candle right here that actually pushes the entire market substantially higher. Okay, so hopefully we're all clear. There's a low volume phase as the price action approaches the all-time high. Okay, and then when it actually breaks above that red line, it's still low volume. When you get a closed green candle close above that red line, it's still low volume until we can actually get a substantial amount of volume to push the markets higher after the green candle closes above the red line. Hopefully that was a good explanation. I'll do a little bit better job on this next one here. So now we're looking at the 2018, kind of bear market when it started back in February. And of course you see the 1,104 days, just simply measuring the cup picture formation. But let's focus our attention on the volume once again, okay? So notice the same thing here. We got a low volume breakout phase. If you focus your attention on the lower portion of that screen once again, you see how the volume candles, as I've outlined the low volume breakout phase, they do not touch that orange line, okay, until We got this green candle to close above the red line. That is the all-time high. Once we got that green candle to close above that red line, which is still low volume. I'll see if I can just kind of, hopefully you guys can see this, guys. I wish I could edit a video. Low volume, the green candle closes above that red line. And then on the next candle, this candle right here on the November 2020, it breaks out to the upside, followed by volume or included with volume. Okay. So the first one had just over 1,000 days. This example that we just went over with the curvature formation had just over 1,000 days. Let's go over to present day and see if we have something similar to what took place in the past. Now, the first thing I'm noticing is there's only 242 days within the low volume breakout phase. So there hasn't really been any consolidating with, you know, for a substantial amount of time for the market to break above this red line here. But focus your attention on the lower portion of the screen once again for me. Notice how low volume. You see that green candle? None of the candles come up to the line. I'm actually using Bitstamp, the platform Bitstamp, so I'm sure it's going to be different on other exchanges. And I think if it is different on other exchanges, it will only be something like this in terms of the low volume breakout phase. So one way or the other, what I'm measuring is the phase leading into the breakout of the all-time highs in terms of the volume. Okay, so the no volume, guys, you see there's no volume touching this orange line. And that's basically means that either we're going to get some volume on this candle from the sellers, as we did mention, or if you guys, I don't know if you noticed, let's go back in time, all the way back in 2013. Notice how when we did have a red candle to break above the all-time high. Okay, hopefully this is thorough enough for everyone to get it right. I think you guys get it. See how when it broke above that all-time high, that red candle, it was followed by volume. What you don't want to see is a low volume red candle close on the monthly candle where we are now, okay? Because that would probably not be the best setup for the buyers, okay? But hopefully we're all clear. We need to get some buying volume to propel this market higher and at least stay above or within the relative range of this red line, which is at $58,000, about $300, exactly where it is right now. Okay. So to summarize the entire video, as we just went over on those two examples, guys, okay, the breakout is, there must be volume on the breakout. So far, we do not have any volume on the breakout, okay? Although we did, when the market does close above the red line, there is no volume. That's fine. So that's why I was saying either this month or next month, we have to get some buying volume in this market to propel it higher, okay? Because if we don't get any volume, then unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to say unfortunately. It's out of my understanding. I can't comprehend what's going to happen next, although I do have a hard time comprehending it ever, right? I'm not sure what's going to happen next, guys. But one thing that we've just verified in terms of the consolidation, even without even considering the consolidation, the breakout into the all-time high has volume, okay? So we need volume, okay? We don't have it. Let's see if we can get volume this month, either from the sellers or I think this month will probably be the sellers or the buyers. Let's see if we can get volume. We need volume. That's it. That summarizes the entire video. All right. So hopefully you guys, hopefully we're clear. Hopefully you guys got all the details. Kindly rewind it back. It's all there. We need volume in this market to push it higher. Otherwise, I don't know. We're just floating in outer space. I don't think we're going to be able to propel higher without volume. That's my observation. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you think Bitcoin is going to go higher? It doesn't need any volume. Napoleon, you're wrong. It's going to 100K with low volume. Let me know that down in the comment section. And yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. So if you can kindly support the channel before you go by leaving an appropriate thumb, I would truly appreciate it just below the video so that the YouTube algorithm can promote the video as well in the channel. Thank you for your support with that. If you're new, we also explore the traditional stocks throughout the week. Kindly join us here on this interesting journey. We'll send that out to you guys momentarily. Welcome in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you must have a plan before you hit those buy and sell buttons because you must protect your portfolio at all times, okay? We'll talk soon. Be sure to always be positive, and bye for now.